iya abinda muke tunanin za mu iya kwararowa da alkhairi mu dora shi a kan
ba live ba
insha Allah ta'ala da kuma ci gaban karamar mu da 'ya'yan da suke cikin ta. It is with great pleasure I stand before you today, Sunday, 27 November 2022, to discuss the future of our people, the good and industrious people of Fagge local government. It is indeed a rare opportunity amidst our very best brains, traditional, religious, and community leaders. I really commend the foresight of Fagge student leadership. The theme of discussion is timely as we are approaching yet another election in less than 100 days for the election of new set of representatives at the National Assembly and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As the flag bearer of New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, a practicing lawyer with over a decade experience and another over a decade experience of teaching in the higher institution, and having had the opportunity to work at the federal establishment, the Nigerian Port Authority, I am aware of the tasks ahead and required competence to match them. Basically, House of Representatives member has the following powers/duties derived from legislative powers vested in the National Assembly. 1. It is a duty of the member representing any local government in Nigeria or any constituency to make laws for the peace, order, and good governance of the Federation of Nigeria or any part whereof, especially under the exclusive legislative list, which is under the second schedule, part 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and the concurrent legislative list where federal and state can legislate on as the case may be. Secondly, legislative oversight is also part of the functions and duties of the member representing any constituent in Nigeria. Legislative oversight is the process by which the National Assembly monitors, scrutinizes, reviews, and evaluates the performance of the executive arm of government or its agencies on the continuous basis to ensure effectiveness, efficiency, and good governance and performance. Number 3, deliberating on and the passage of yearly national budget presented by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Before we set the agenda rolling, we must know from where we are and where we are heading. Fagge local government was carved out of Nasarawa local government on the 4th day of December 1996. Although our history as a people predates the creation of the local government, however, our distinct political and socio-economic journey to greatness started with its establishment. Whether we achieve that greatness or not, I believe is the topic for discussion today. Fagge local government is a metropolitan local government with an estimated population of, as at 2002, that is 2 decades ago, with an estimated population of 329,100. Today, this number has tripled and has multiplied into millions. This is the projection of the National Population Commission of 2002. Equally, the community has a productive population based on the age group distribution of 2006. 0 to 14 years, 15 to 64, which is the most active age within the local government, and 65 years, which is the retirement age. Interestingly, Fagge is surrounded by Kano State major markets. Kwari market is one, Singa market is another, Sabangari, so on and so forth. From all angles, it also houses the premier Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, a historic train station, banks, telecommunication companies, distribution outlets, and other service companies and outlets. This impressive positioning of Fagge local government is supposed to be a catalyst to propel its God-given productive population of able youth to pursue an enduring socio-economic agenda and will ultimately transform into sustainable development of the whole community. However, this can only be achieved with focused, visionary, and determined representation at both national and state levels. Having this in mind, I and my team have outlined and underlisted a manifestation for working in conjunction with other stakeholders to adequately prepare for the local government to optimally benefit from the opportunities and collectively surmount the perceived obstructions. One, the major theme of our campaign is education. For any nation or community to competitively compete in this global era and make its mark, it must give priority to education.
Of course.
With this determination to make our team in youth prepare in this ever-changing global dynamics that I will continue to support our youth to quench their thirst for education, both Islamic and Western. It is a known fact we have, with the help of Almighty Allah, sponsored many youths to become graduates in all fields of human endeavor, from engineering to medicine to law, social sciences, and the arts. We have equally continuously assist our Islamic schools to produce memorizers of the Holy Quran. This I promise shall continue even if elected, my comrades, I will champion the cause of making education qualitative and accessible to all indigents of Fagge local government.
Inshallah.
We will achieve this by making sure our schools. As a PTA chairman of one of the secondary schools in Fagge local government, I know the challenges that our primary schools and secondary schools are facing, which, if elected by the grace of God, I promise to make sure that our schools from primary to secondary school have the required number of classrooms in relation to teacher-student ratio. This means building more classes if need be, and providing a whole new school where there is a need to do that. This will be done by the grace of God through attracting national constituency projects. Under our plan for improving education, we will do the following. Make sure classrooms built are provided with standard chairs and desks. So I will in collaboration with renowned training institutes, both at national and local level, both government and private, to organize a periodic training for teachers of primary and secondary schools to appraise their teaching techniques. Number 3, support student unions and other volunteers to be organizing extramural classes for SS2, SS3 students to prepare them adequately for qualifying exams, SSC, NAPO, and This, I believe, will reduce the failure rate in all the exams and the embarrassment associated with it. Number 4, for those at the tertiary level, we will continue to assist those that cannot genuinely pay their registration fees in all the institutions of Nigeria where the government is. In addition to this, tertiary institutions that are located within or rather outside the metropolis of Kano, I want to assure each and each and every indigent of Fagge local government resident in these institutions like KUST and the likes, that we intend to bring in a system whereby small hostels will be built in order to reduce the hardship of hostels. Lastly, under education, this I promise too, that I will sponsor qualified female best brains in our secondary schools, especially at SS3, to sponsor them abroad to study medical courses in Nigeria and health and environment. This is also another sector which we intend, by the grace of God, to look into and harness the opportunities, repair the damages that are there within the sector in our local government. A healthy population is always a wealthy one. I will, through Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs office, make sure we attract projects that will add value to our existing health facilities in the short run. In the long run, we will upgrade the existing hospitals we have, the existing primary healthcare facilities we have, and build new ones where necessary. Because Fagge local government is expanding, and there are places where even primary healthcare facilities are not available. To be candid, from my personal observation, what we need now is equipping our existing healthcare facilities with drugs, medical tools, consumables that will do all that we will do to all primary health cares within the local government in our 10 wards, by the grace of God. The major challenge we have with the environment is the serious erosion problem at the Rao community at Ematagabas. Now, at Ematagabas, what? That is on a daily basis threatening the lives of those residing in the area. I promise, if elected into office, as your voice in the Green Chamber, I will make your voice heard. And through Ecological Fund Office, the issue will attract the attention it deserves, and finally, help will come by the grace of God. The major flooding in Korenbugo, Bachili, other areas within the local government will equally be addressed as it should be. 3. Support for innovation and entrepreneurship. The strategic positioning of Fagge local government and its age-long history of entrepreneurship is an opportunity to redesign our future socio-economic well-being. For us to optimally benefit from our strategic location, we have to prepare to convert the opportunities around us into valuable tools for preparing our youth to become self-reliant and employers of labor. To God be the glory. We have the history of more than 100 years of children, more than 30 years of died pit at Tudum Bourgeois. These are two out of many, and if elected by the grace of God, we will not neglect them, as unfortunately we failed to modernize and continue to lead in such valuable endeavors. If elected as your representative, I will support and modernize all our non-local businesses and help create new ones through the following. A. Organizing similar businesses into a small-scale business cluster and help them to register with relevant government agencies. Help them secure government grants and loans in government agencies like Small Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDEN, that government injects billions of naira to support registered business opportunities. In Fagge local government, the major reason why we don't benefit from this gesture of the federal government is that most of our business enterprises are not registered. Number 3, help those with bigger budget demands to secure soft intervention loans from Bank of Industry to enable them procure the needed heavy-duty machines, for example, mechanics, and those in the fabrication businesses at Eden Boss, and so on and so forth. Number 4, to help our entrepreneurs with registered businesses to have contracts, especially in tailoring sector, where federal government gives out contracts of hundreds of millions for making and the supply of uniforms, NYSC gadgets, and so on and so forth. These are things we intend to attract to our tailors within our local government, inshallah. Number 5, equally, I will make sure our youth that are interested in business are taken to the markets that surrounds our local government for them to equip themselves with the knowledge of how businesses are being carried out. After their training of 3-4 months, by the grace of God, the nature of empowerment we intend to do is to give both male, female business entrepreneurs the capital to start their own business. Other areas we intend to draw the attention of the federal government in order to bring intervention in the provision of infrastructure, especially roads. Generally, the work, or rather the duty of anybody representing a constituent in the Federal Assembly is not a budgetary one. Ours is to go and communicate the problems of our community and pursue them to the logical conclusion to make sure that those demands are met accordingly. Because the essence of representation is for every community to have its voice heard, and most importantly, to bring federal allocation to that particular constituent. What we intend to do, especially in the area of Ematagabas region, Wachiri, roads, by the grace of God, we will draw that attention of the federal government to these particular areas. Issue of water supply. The problem of water supply is also not within, is a problem within the local government. But I assure all and sundry within the local government in collaboration with the state government and other relevant agencies, Ministry of Water Resources, inshallah ta'ala, we'll see how we can intervene in the lastly, the area of security. Area of security, here, the truth of the matter is, politicians are the backbone of insecurity in our communities. Especially looking at the trend of what is happening. If today, I do not give any young man the money to go and take drugs or encourage him to go and vandalize anybody or any property, I'm very sure we will find a way of having that issue of insecurity. But the most important thing I intend to do, which for years we've been pursuing some of the elders within the community to help us achieve that, is issue of private security guard within the local government. Now, some might ask, how can that be achieved? It's very simple. Once you create a company, by law, the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps are the ones charged with the responsibility of training these private guard organizations. Within our local government is so cosmopolitan that if you go to the banks that are within the local government, you will never see Musa or Garba checking you in to enter into the bank. What you see is Gabriel or certain names from other places. Even though they are also part and parcel of us. But these are opportunities that we need to tap to within the local government. There is no single person within Fagge local government that owns a private security company. Now, once you do that through CSR, corporate social responsibilities, all these corporate organizations within Fagge local government will be forced politically to employ these youths as guards, as security. All the markets that are surrounding Fagge local government, this market needs security. Now, if we have our own private security company with the backing of the local government, with the backing of traditional rulers, with the backing of politicians, I'm very sure the issue of insecurity will be calm. Because the backbone and the reason why we feel insecure is most of these boys have nothing to do. 247, if you go into the community, there are some of them smoking, some of them doing that, all sort of misnomers. So I believe with the intervention from the federal government and the political will and drive to set things right, I'm sure, inshallah, if elected, all these problems, I'm sure, will be useful. And all these are things that I'm not saying until when I'm elected. Barrister Mohammed bin Shehu will start doing scholarship. We've been giving scholarship within the local government for the past 10 years. I'm very sure it will be difficult within this hall that if I say it's a kind of Allah when you touch it, the MP should be too much scholarship. What the last session after Patasana. So our hope is if we get there with trust in God, Allah Saman Alberga, inshallah ta'ala, burin shi ne kowane gida ya kasance akwai wanda yake enjoying scholarship. Kowane gida a fage ya kasance ba wanda yake zuwa ko take zuwa tana alaba ko samu akan harkar kudin makaranta. Wannan shi ne burin mu, inshallah ta'ala.
Kaptanım.
Before you leave, we appreciate Olajide lecture of presentation. Just if you want you to go back to your vision and the main point. Table is that they get taken, but that is not so that you get down on
Education.
very short time.
Ilimi na biyu empowerment din nan kamar da ne bayani ba za mu yi empowerment irin wanda regular ɗin siyasa suke yi ba zan zama dan majalisar tarayya da zo ina rabon injin markaɗe ko rishuwa abinda za mu shi ne tura yaran kasuwannin da suke kewaye da mu duk wata insha Allah ta'ala za mu yayi wani adadi da za mu ba su jari su zama yan kasuwa. Abu na daga shi ne inganta masana'antun da suke da su da hannu. Na ka misali a cikin takardata harkar ɗinki. Ɗinki masana'anta ce da an bacci tana ɗab da mutuwa. Inda teloli a nan sun sani. Idan ba lokacin zahamar azumi ba, telolin fage hadiri aka suna wata wada suna wata hada-hada. Fatan mun Allah ke mu wannan wajen mai gurufin telolin nan da alafura. Banda kirayi. Fatan mu idan Allah ya bamu dama shine gurufin telolin nan a musu rajista nema musu kwangilolin ɗinki da gwamnatin tarayya take bayarwa duk shekarar duniya. Tun daga kan asibitoci, hukumar bautar ƙasa, da agency na federal government da gwamnati da kansu da kinsa dinki wannan duka ga su nan ana musu kumfuran nan abin tambaya wanda teloli ne suke yi da su ba teloli da kuwa ta
Security.
Sai magana security tsawon lokaci na MBB manya ma a kuwa akan wannan a private security company da fage private security company nan yaran nan da muke yawo da su suna ta gajiyar siyasa farko su zama su ne first employees na kamfanin nan idan ka bi kasuwannin da suke kewaye da fage suna kula da security bankuna babu local government da ta fage yawan bankuna amma idan za mu shiga ciki muka ɗauki diddiga ma'aikatan bankin tun daga kan mai digiri zuwa mai sada zuwa mai gadi yan fage nawa ne a ciki kuma by haƙƙi na corporate social responsibility muna da haƙƙin a ba wa yan fage aiki a irin wannan wajen fatan mun dan Allah ubangiji ta Allah ya ba mu daman nan ta kujera ta gwamnati ta siyasa za mu bankara yadda za a iya bankara a sama ma yaran mu aiki a cikin izinin ubangiji wannan shi ne a kan magana shi da shi insha Allah ta'ala na yi magana shi a cikin inda na ce
a Hausa muke amma a gajeren lokaci
to ba matsala
ta ci lokaci da yawa dan ba mu da rika da
afon yara mata ina jin shi ne magana particularly su a kansu burin mu Allah ya ba mu daman nan best brain a cikin su wanda suke musamman SS3 ɗaukan su da ba su scholarship su je a saboda su zama likitoci da magungunu su dawo da biyu su duk jarin da za ka ba ma na mace zama ɗan kasuwa da sai mace da ma za ta iya ba da shi ta zama ɗan kasuwa sai kuma ita magana ita wanda abu ne da muna yi ba abu ne da zan so na faɗi shi a nan ina jin ko yau lahadi cikin marayu da muke a wani waka mu kuma yau mu kawar da ta insha Allah ta'ala abu ne da ba ma tani wata madaniya a kan kuma fadi a shi an daga bikin saboda adala shi ne a yin zaki wasu rawa da kuma
ba wa sakatare da wannan matasan insha Allah za su yi rubuto ni kware da gaske amma muna so ku yi magana yadda zai shiga cikin ku yi magana wanda kowa zai gane kuma main point